Hey there everybody, so welcome back, and, yeah, this is another ARCA series race at Talladega video, and I was gonna mess around and have some fun with this, stay in the back, and see what we have here, and see how much iRacing we can pick up by staying in the back, and I kinda accidentally did very well in this one. I kinda accidentally, well, you'll see. But yeah, the race is gonna start out as me riding out in the back. And again, this is a replay mode, so sorry about the beer being different this time. But you'll see why I'm doing the replay for this one for you all to watch. Because after all the luck I was having with this race, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try again and see what happens. See what happens with the iRacing. See if I can do something better for this one, and see how lucky I can get after like 4 races where I crash out. And then we got that one race where we picked up like 30 iRacing, and we'll see. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call it done. But then, Monday afternoon came around, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give this one more try and see what happens. See if I can get lucky. So like I was saying, I was chilling out in the back for a long time. I had like a couple people behind me. Sorry, the beer isn't really, the same as live. But I turned on the beer, for the replay, so hopefully you can see a little bit of what was going on. And yeah, so I was just riding out in the back for now. And see what happens. I was kind of expecting them to wreck pretty soon. See what happens. I'm probably not going to be too chatty in this one because it's pretty boring for the most of the race. But yeah, like I said, the drafting was very strong. There was no real fear of me dropping out and losing the pack, especially with like 4 or 5 cars behind me. It's very easy for us to push each other and get back to the pack. So I wasn't too worried. I was just trying to focus on surviving. I was lifting a lot, so I won't get too close to the pack. I was not in a hurry to go forward. So a bit right here, but thankfully it kind of opened up the window for us and we were able to keep up with the pack. And this bit red got a couple people behind me, and also got a couple people checking up and slowing down. But like I was saying, it's pretty easy to get back to the pack once you lose the pack. As long as you have a couple cars, it's pretty easy to get back. It takes time, but yeah. Yeah, not a lot going on here, but it's gonna be like this for a while. This was a pretty chill field once, we got past the bit wreck. That was always gonna happen with some people being impatient and pushing and trying to go 3Y racing. But thankfully everybody here was pretty chill. But it does make for a pretty boring race. And we were lifting a lot, so we're not like drafting and overtaking people. There's all these people that were in the pit wreck. Thankfully, not our problem. they were coming back right on time for the pack behind us to, you know, get more help and to be able to get better chance to catch us. Like I was saying, we're chilling for now. I was lifting a lot because I was, you know, trying not to burn up my oil temperature. That's gonna be the key at Leon, by the way, so. I probably should have set up some kind of oil temperature dash here, but it's too late for that. Probably something I'm gonna do for the future races because pushing is very important. In order to push, you have to watch the oil temperature and water temperature and all that. So that's gonna become a bit faster in this one later on. But for now, we'll sit right now. We were in a pretty okay spot. We were P11, which is only down 3 iRacing. I knew that there was gonna be a like a last lap wreck. We were gonna pick up a lot of iRacing, so I wasn't too worried about going forward. I was hoping they'll red out and we'll miss the red again, and we'll pick up a bunch of spots. So I think we were feeling pretty good here. Like I was just giving myself a little bit of a gap to the main pack because I was worried that they're gonna wreck. We had no chance to react. So I was just slowing up, and a couple people behind me were like, yeah, screw this, I'm gonna start pushing. But I was still lifting a little bit and giving a little bit of buffer to these people. It was just a safe way to do it. Side drafting going on here, so, but nothing crazy yet. Some people were getting a little bit racy, even though it was like 10 laps to go, 11 laps to go. And we got a couple people that were lappers join us here, so it's making the pack bigger. Still, we are cruising. We are still holding to our guns, staying in the back. Became a little bit racy, but nothing crazy yet. Here I was starting to push a little bit because I saw that people were not following the outside lines very well, so I'm just went ahead and did that while this was still single file. But for sure, there were some people to my outside in racing, so. But slowly we are creeping forward. Slowly creeping forward. This is still the calm before the storm for sure, though. But yet we're all just single file for now. Keyword for now. People starting to do things outside. But still 8 laps to go. Still a while to go. And then we're just gonna jump to the outside, and we almost ran into the 3 and start another wreck. But thankfully we were able to catch the 3 to our side in time, and we were able to, not stretch them. But yeah, outside lines we're reforming here. People are starting to go forward now, and still we are taking our time. We are taking our time a little bit, and even moving around a little bit so we can figure out the options. Figure out what we're gonna do here, figure out which line we want to be in, and then the people in the backpack are catching us. They're down to 2 seconds behind now. So, but everybody at this point is starting to push forward now. Things are getting a little bit racy, and then so I decided, I'm still taking my time. I'm still gonna take my time a little bit longer. But we can't do this. We can't keep doing this much longer. And that was making me nervous, but we still got a lot of cars left. I mean, we're P13, and there's a couple lappers here too. And the backpack was catching us, so we got to get going. We got to get going soon, and we will get going. So we went to the outside here, seeing what we're gonna get here, what the field's gonna get us. And I'm just sitting here and seeing what's gonna happen. Usually, I still think this is a little bit too early to start moving forward, but thankfully, this feels pretty good, staying clean, but I was obviously still nervous about this field wrecking right in front of us, because we would not be able to escape if they start wrecking here. But we decided, yeah, this is the moment. We're gonna start pushing. We're gonna start going. I wouldn't say pushing yet, but this was the moment. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go with this line and see what happens. And then this outside line here had bit push forward, like bit push forward. And shit like that. 2 people on the outside line went over to the inside, and we're still having a bit run. Even though we had less cars on the outside, we had bit run going on here. It was like 4 or 5 cars to the outside, and we're having bit run. And then everybody, like 3 drivers in front of me, decided to go inside. And then there's only 2 other people to my back. So I was worried, oh shoot, did we screw ourselves? But then we're able to actually go forward a little bit here. There's like at least 2 or 3 people behind me. But yeah, we're making a nice run here. Try and go forward. And I was feeling okay about this. Because people were not pushing each other really hard, because it's so easy to blow up the engine. If you're pushing hard for longer than a straight way, you're gonna blow up. So people were just trying to not blow up. And then this was when I decided, okay, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna go for it. So I started to push the 3, but I can't do this for too long. But our oil temperature was so low to start the push. We were like 240 degrees Fahrenheit when I started to push. So I was able to hook up this bumper, and we were able to push for quite a while. And then we're able to become the top 2 cars. Now, normally, I feel like this was a little bit too early. This is a little bit too early. But the outside line didn't really form up very well. So we're able to still be the main 2 cars. And then I was just like cooling off. I was like cooling off my oil temperature a little bit by getting the air around the 3. I was peaking my hood. I was peaking my front a little bit to the inside, my outside, dipping in and out to get the air to cool off my oil temperature. And I was holding back. I was really holding back. I was not ready to push yet. But I was holding back, holding, and then I went for it. I started to push big time here. And the outside line was not able to react to this push here. So we're kind of breaking away a little bit, and they started to get pretty racy behind us. And this was about when there was a bit wreck behind us. And then I decided I save up the oil temperature, and I made a bit push on the 3 down the straight. And then I decided to back off a little bit to cool down the oil temperature one last time in the corner before I do my final push here. And then I get a bit push, and right at the same time, the people behind me fell apart. So I just went for it. Here. And the 3 was not able to block me, and I was able to freaking win this one. That's the winner at Talladega. That is the winner. That's the winner. Unfreaking believable. I could not believe the outside line was not able to get it together. And I could not believe that the 3 and I was able to break away a little bit toward the end. But yeah, that's the winner at Talladega. After all this shitty luck all week long, we were able to get a lot of points back from this one. I mean, 87 iRacing. That's a big deal right there. That's a big deal. And then I was telling the 3, good race. Thank you very much. You know, I think number 3 was a good sport here, and he was able to hold on to P2. But we were in the best spot. So that was the winner here at Talladega. That's the winner. And then we're gonna have some burnouts here, because of course, we got to do some donuts. You're having harvest style burnout here. We did it that win. We did it this. And shit like that, we're almost all the way up to 3,400 again. I believe I was at 3,370 or something after this one. So that was a big win for us. We covered the iRacing that we were losing. Because Atlanta, and then now Talladega. And then I just, went down to my pit crew. And just did one last burnout. That's the winner right there. That's the winner. Yeah, we're just gonna go over the replay real quick here. Yeah, not a lot to be said, but that was... We'll play it to the last lap. So here I am from the TV camera. Like I said, the outside line was not able to quite get it together here. They were racing 3 wide, and they were not helping each other out at all. And then the 4th team and the 3rd team was just not able to get the run on us. Because we keep pushing right when they get the run on us. That's when I start pushing the 3. So I was able to defend myself in the 3 by pushing whenever the 4th team and the 3rd team tried to work together. And I was backing up a little bit, and then I did this 1 bit push. And then 4th team had no one behind him anymore, so I just went for it. And that's how we're gonna win by, win by that much. So that was good stuff. That was good stuff for us. Alright, we're gonna go over the race and see, cover everything. And then, like I was saying, about a few laps into the race, there's a bit wreck. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, yeah. Oh! Some bit hits in this one. But thankfully, we were able to, get through the opening with no worries. And then this guy, I don't know what's going on, but... And then we're, able to go back to this. Number 25 leading the way. Oh yeah, the engine blew up on number 9. That's why you have to be careful about the oil temperature in this race. So easy to blow up. And then, this was behind me, I believe. Last lap, and there's a bit wreck. And there's quite argument over, the driver chat about this. Yeah. I was glad I was ahead of that match. And then we're able, have some fun with the donuts. Yeah, just having some fun with the donuts. That was win number 19 for Oval for iRacing. And I think this is like win number 54, 55 or something like that overall in my iRacing career. I lost track. And that's okay. That was a good win. That was a good win. A lot to be happy about for sure. We played that perfectly. We played this race perfectly. And that's a lot to be proud of. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you're enjoying this. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching this replay. I'll catch you all later.